A near-death encounter sent Hermione out on an incredible journey in January. What started out as a standard hospital visit quickly developed into a convoluted story of sepsis and required emergency surgery. Her health worsened, reaching septic shock and then cardiac arrest, respiratory failure, and organ failure as she nearly went into collapse. In the midst of uncertainty, she entered an otherworldly space and made a bond with Jesus that went beyond words on earth. This exchange developed into a deep comprehension of words, sentiments, and concepts that left both parties feeling deeply intimate and perplexed. She felt incredibly light for the first time in this celestial world. The regular companion, chronic arthritis pain, was completely absent in this other world. She remained conscious, but the pain in her body vanished. Her relationship with Jesus grew stronger as she ventured farther into the heavenly sphere. Their hearts were entwined, radiating his happiness and excitement at having her here. She felt a love and acceptance that was impossible to put into words, like in the prodigal son story, when the father welcomes back his son with boundless happiness. It was difficult to put this unearthly acceptance and love into words. Time took on a completely different dimension in this heavenly realm than it does on earth. The bounds of physical time were transcended, and there was no longing or sadness over her leaving our reality. Rather, she was surrounded by an overwhelmingly positive feeling in this world of acceptance and love. Her relationship with Jesus was a beautiful thing, brimming with passion and love. He appeared as an eminently visible, glowing light. There was a calmness about the place, and there was a sound that surrounded her that was beyond words. Everything created a beautiful, musical symphony, elevating his name in unison, from her heart to the angels lingering in the background. The colors were beyond description. Their luminosity was multiplied, and they radiated an unfathomable beauty. As she submerged herself in this paradisiacal setting, she saw scenes dotted with grass, trees, and a babbling river. The river talked to her in its soothing currents, while the trees, animals, dogs, and horses conversed with the stars. She was in awe of this world and longed for it daily while she was living on earth. Love filled this angelic sanctuary, and she had a close relationship with Jesus. What really made this world unique was that there were no offensive smells. Instead, there was a soft, flowery scent that was allergy-safe. The dominant attitude was positivity, rejecting negativity. She went on her heavenly journey and spoke with Jesus because she only wanted to show her love for him. She experienced a profound sensation of belonging in his presence. As he was speaking to her, he pointed her right, and she saw a cluster of glowing spheres that looked more like golden balls of light than stars. These spheres had a stunning beauty, with a range of gold tones. Unlike the situation she was in the hospital for, one of these orbs, devoid of a picture of her mother, represented her mother and brought back memories of her own mother, who had died of acute sepsis when she was 10 years old. Exhibiting a natural comprehension, she was clearly excited and knew without a doubt that her mother was beautiful, even in the absence of visual confirmation. Their spirits recognized one another, first appearing as a bright ball, and her mother moved quickly. She eventually materialized as a revitalized version of herself, looking much younger than her 30 years of age when she died on Earth. This new radiant form seemed to be residing in a magnificent new vessel, radiating a celestial glow reminiscent of the majesty of God. Shekinah. She felt that Jesus had made this transformation possible, so she could instantly recognize her mother's face when it appeared. Their communication developed in a way that is unexplainable. It went beyond earthly language to a distinct cognitive form in which feelings and thoughts could be mutually understood even in the absence of spoken words. A deep bond formed, and Jesus, a devoted and caring parent, was present to witness the amazing reunion. Her mother was a picture of contentment and tranquility. She filled her heart with love, thankfulness, and an intensity of feeling that was beyond words. That's when Jesus audibly expressed her mother's excited expectation of her return, even though her time had not yet arrived. She felt reluctance rising at the thought of leaving. But Jesus had more to say, stressing the value of developing a genuine, non-pretentious friendship. With omniscient awareness, he was able to see even the most personal inner thoughts without imposing guilt or condemnation. There was a noticeable lack of the idea of a life review where past transgressions are exposed. Rather, she experienced a sense of love, serenity, and acceptance since she believed that accepting Jesus as her personal Savior results in forgiveness. Her experience served as a reminder of how important love, acceptance, and peace are in Jesus' teaching. He reaffirmed his sincere wish to have a close relationship with each and every person, highlighting the universality of his love and the complex spiritual connection that exists between everyone. Sound functioned as a medium via which everything was connected to him, representing his unwavering quest for a connection with every human being, regardless of their identity. The story developed to show the existence of the Antichrist, a rival spiritual entity. This evil presence radiated a dark light and gave off a menacing aura. It opened its mouth, ejecting what seemed like notes on a sheet of music or a smoky material that flowed down to earth like a menacing sidewalk. The influence of wicked spirits on earth was shown by this vision. Setting out on an international voyage, she saw a variety of environments and the growth of churches belonging to Protestant, Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, and Mormon denominations. Jesus voiced his sadness at the inconsistency between these religious institutions' promotion of the belief that salvation could be gained via good works and the truth. Salvation was actually a gift, an expression of his unending love. Jesus stressed a very personal relationship as the main theme of his teaching, and he wanted for people to understand that redemption was a free gift and to realize his love for everyone. Her entire spiritual experience was centered around this essential message. As her return date drew near, Jesus gave her this realization in a dream that allowed her to relive her experiences. In the dream, she saw doctors and nurses carefully tending to her, and then she saw Jesus again. Their meeting was like a farewell dance, but with a unique vibe. Jesus' glowing form changed, becoming more like a human image, similar to depictions from The Chosen. They discovered that they were in a huge, golden metropolis where everything was as brilliantly shining as gold, just like a magnificent castle. As they danced, Jesus spoke to her, holding her close. He disclosed that it was time for her to go back, but she fought the idea, wanting to stay. But Jesus reassured her that her time was still ahead and promised to see her again in the future. He mumbled something mysterious to her as she went down, AKK, which she subsequently figured out to mean amazing beginnings. When she awoke in the hospital, her adopted mother, the one who had taken care of her following the death of her original mother, was at her side. Her adopted mother attested to her crossing over when she and her spouse inquired curiously about her experience with death. She described her experience as breathtaking, even though she spent weeks in the intensive care unit and a considerable amount of time on a ventilator. The main point that she fervently expressed, which was imbued in her by Jesus himself, was about his unshakable yearning for a very intimate relationship with every single person. The core of his teaching advocated a never-ending return to himself, which was shaped by his love and his desire for a close relationship with people. They had a common destiny that involved looking up to the heavens and making a fall that went beyond this world. With the help of the inner light blazing their way, all of humanity descended. If you can relate to this story and would like to see more like it, think about clicking the subscribe button, enabling alerts, and joining our community. We are so grateful for your support and happy to have you on board. We appreciate your presence and want to tell you that there will be more great content coming your way.